Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Abiding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We're doing a daily. Straight up, I missed a couple. Not on YouTube, I just didn't do them. Duality. And one that goes to the cathedral. How interesting. With coupon as well. Stats, actually extremely good. Yo, this is not so bad. Shot speed is actually a weird negative for us right now, but that's unlikely to matter too much, obviously. So how do we make things work on this daily? This unique set of parameters. It's like a double Eden run, because it's a daily on top of being, you know, random items and starts. Step 1, get a key. Go to the shop. On the shop, use the coupon as many times as possible. Get game-busting items. Why did I miss dailies? Has my passion for Isaac faded? No, it was my birthday. I turned 30 years old. I'm not sure if you've noticed. I mentioned it a couple of times. Sure. No. We want Black Candle here, of course. 30, it has been good to me so far. My birthday was surprisingly busy. We had a trade-off lunch. What's the trade-off lunch? My in-laws bought me lunch. However, we had to drive like 35 minutes out to their town to get it. So that by itself is, don't get me wrong, by the way, beautiful lunch. However, admittedly, it was like a 70-minute plus eating excursion. It was great though. It was like, not really traditional Korean food, but Korean food nonetheless. We have to decide, by the way, how are we going to handle this? Are we actually going to take Forget Me Now, which does give us the advantage of being able to do an entire floor for completion bonus and items, then hit the button and do boss rush on that exact same run? I think that's probably how we do best for points. Coupon is very interesting, but... And I would love to get that free Black Candle, but I think we would rather just Forget Me Now, honestly. We try to Forget Me Now on the depths, too. Then I came back, did the NLSS. After the NLSS, I had a phone call with my mom. She was like, I'm very proud of you, and now you're old. And I was like, I know. I've felt that way inside for a while now. So it's like, it's nice that I've lost that cognitive dissonance between my brain and my body. And then, we went out for a delicious dinner. I had a fantastic time. Came home at like 9 p.m. Fell asleep watching Christmas with the Cranks on the couch. Okay, it turns out when you put it that way, it's not really that busy. It's a lot of like driving and eating. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to take... You might look at me and say, you have turned into a coward in your old age. No, I've turned into a wise man in my old age. And wise men don't take experimental treatment on a run like this. Rate of fire, speed, and damage are already good. Sure, we could get HP. We certainly can't lose any HP. But it's not the right way to do it. I love the idea of Forget Me Now here, by the way. I'm going to use it in... It's not really a cheesy way. You're getting the same advantages or more advantages as you would get from, you know, using a Forget Me Now early, except you do have to, you know, occupy that same spacebar position for a long time. However, we do also get the exploration bonus maximized, plus the boss rush chance if we're able to use it on the depths too, I think. Now, I shouldn't have been hit there. But the loss of the coupon has some serious negatives, by the way. One of them is that we are going to have to pay for deals with the devil, whereas with the coupon, we wouldn't. So it's really like... that's why I like the existence of Forget Me Now early on today's daily, because it just throws things for a loop, right? Like, are you actually gaming the system by taking Forget Me Now, or are you getting caught in, you know, a beginner's trap, or maybe even like a galaxy brain outthinking yourself moment? It's a very good question. We won't have an answer for that I mean, we might, by the end of the episode, we might not even have an episode, or an answer for that, I should say. I gotta tell you, it was an excellent dinner. Kate posted some pictures on Twitter. It was some charcuterie. You can go see it for yourself. Bone marrow. It was a veal bone. And I'm still trying to eat less meat, by the way. But your boy went all out. You only turned 30 once. He said as the planet died around it. But anyway, that's not relevant today, because that won't happen until at least like 2050. some bone marrow, and the home-baked sourdough bread. Not in my home, but in the home of the restaurant. Cheese ravioli. And a 40-day aged ribeye steak. Along with the dessert that I don't know. It's like some chai ice cream. And a donut that I have to be honest. I mean, it wasn't really a donut. It was more like a donut hole for one. But then beyond that, the dinner was fantastic. The dessert was good. I knew it. Well, what are we supposed to do? But I was also like, you know, there's better donuts. I like what you're doing here. They were like, this is our featured dessert. I never order dessert, so whenever I get served dessert at a restaurant, it's a surprise. So when they came out with the dessert with one single birthday candle in it, I went, yo, this is nice. What a gesture. However, I was also like, maybe stick to the meats. Just bring me another meat luge, please. We have 16 cents. This is very, very important. What do we get? I think we get the battery because my newfound speed has forced me to walk into it like a fool. That's okay. Actually okay, though. Because what else would we have bought there? The answer is probably nothing. And, you know, it would have been nice to save the money, but at least... I mean, I would love to say at least we get something out of it. We really don't, because we're planning on keeping Forget Me Now for a long, long time. Till touchdown brings me back again to find, at least. You! Stop that. You don't get to spit those guys out that fast. Your shot speed is like 10 times higher than mine. Okay. There you go. Get poisoned. I'm not happy with my damage penalty so far. But everything else in the run is going okay. What I do want to say right now is if we don't get a great deal with the devil, it's going to be hard for us to Forget Me Now and also still beat Boss Rush. The other way we could do it is beat Boss Rush and then pop Forget Me Now, which I guess functionally is very similar, because we're not planning on fighting the Hush anyway, although it would give us more points. So with... I'm thinking, okay? I think we want to start here. And that's where you're wrong, kiddo. I still... You know, I had one red heart. I thought to myself, this is definitely the right time for this to happen. Angel deals in the future, for sure. I don't know. Maybe we're missing out on... Maybe it's a special day today, and that's why we've got duality. Maybe today's the day of... Well, I don't know what it would be. The day after my birthday. I can be your angel and your devil. So, sorry, your angle and your devil. We're so far behind schedule. Please... At least give me lump of coal. I need some improvement. Alright. I'm not mad. I'm not even disappointed. I just wish that maybe we had a little bit more punch here early, but hey. It is what it is. It's a daily. It's a fun run. We're competing. No matter what, we're not competing against the game today. We're competing against our fellow players. It means there's always going to be a little bit of extra tactics, a little bit of extra drama. The stakes are just higher by default. But I'm about one floor without getting a nice DPS upgrade away from starting to become a little bit insufferable. I'm just warning you, I can feel it bubbling deep within me. Much like my gut bubbled after a dinner that was way too high fat. I'm not saying fat is bad for you, I just mean like from an anaerobic digestion standpoint. My gut was not built to tolerate, you know, an appetizer that consisted exclusively of bone marrow. It was delicious. I would do it again. But you know, I got that, trigenarian. How does that work? You know, if you're 80, you're an octogenarian. If you're 70, you're a septuagenarian. What are you if you're 30? You don't. There's no word for it that I can think of. I don't know what the Greek prefix for it is. Let's put it that way, dude. Real talk. We could still actually use a shot speed up. Our shots against enemies that are far away and we don't want to close the gap on, which is a lot of enemies. They take a long time to get there. We're missing a few as a result. Definitely do not want kidney bean. Leech, I will take. Why leech instead of going a little deeper? I mean, it's a DPS helper. The HP that we get out of it is not worth that much. I think it's on the level of a takeable item. That's pretty much where I'm gonna come at that one from. So I'm actually instituting a plan here already. I really think, and I'm remembering, like my daily IQ, which was hopefully low or high double digits at least when I played before. It's starting to come back to me, okay? We need to choose when to start going hard, and I think this is when we start going hard. We're recognizing, you know, we're not going particularly quickly. So I think the time is right to start, you know, taking our run seriously. And if we want to be able to make those, you know, point-getting situations, we definitely want to... Whoa. We definitely want to start kicking it into gear. We're no longer behind schedule, but we would be if we explored everything, which is why we're kind of just hitting the greatest hits here. Beautiful. We will continue to go to a deal with the devil first, and I love it. We will take 9 lives. We will not take Brother Bobby. You can use this HP later. So I know, I'm not making too many friends by choosing deals with the devil over deals with the angel when you see deals with an angel more commonly anyway. I don't know what to say. I don't know of anything to give you on that one. So I'll tell you. I don't know. Does it affect our damage? I literally meant to look at it there and then was just like, what? 5904. 5895, 590. It's like you gain a coin. Point-wise, you stay neutral, roughly, it seems. So I'm willing to do that. That was a pretty quick, you know, observation there. So I actually don't know if that's how it's going to work out. As long as I don't hit the W key, this seems sustainable. That went okay. Keep in mind our, you know, our damage and DPS have not improved since the first floor. They did start a little bit above normal. But we got a ways to go before I start to feel particularly thrilled with where we're at. Literally just wasn't paying attention. That's okay. Everything's still fine. You know, I want you to get the kill here. I know it's a little bit cheesy, but it does allow us to take half damage, or at least half meaningful damage on the way in here. Wow. Okay, so life is pain. We'll take Forget Me Now. I think we're ready to move on there. That was not the best use of my time. I don't mean my time as far as my life goes. You know, I've recognized that, you know, that's, we're working on borrowed time to begin with, right? Ray Kurzweil might make it to the singularity. I'm like 50-50 on my own chances. You know what weirds me out? So, I'm definitely not one of those people that fetishizes the company Tesla. You know, I am one of those people, when I see a Tesla driving around, which happens all the time here, I go like, well, that's a nice car. Especially, I'm not a car guy at all, but I'm like, dude, an electric car that looks that cool, that's a cool thing for planet Earth to have. I recognize the problems with Elon Musk. Trust me, when it was just labor violations, I was like sweeping under the rug. But now that he tweets dumb stuff like every 2 days, I'm like, get him out. Somebody pull him. But I always see, like, people will make these posts. We gotta take a look here, obviously. Dude. It's not a black market. I will walk for it. I didn't realize there's like a, there's people that, and I'm trying to think, they treat like the company of Tesla as a religion, and I only started to realize it perhaps, I mean, even yesterday. Yesterday, somebody, I'm willing to shoot for the moon here. Somebody made a post that was like, check it out. You can drive the Tesla remotely now to some extent, so it was like you can have your Tesla pick you up short distances, but pretty soon you'll be able to have it pick you up anywhere. Sure, Bumbo is actually fine here. Still a slow item that requires some ramp up, but I'm for it. And then there were like 4 people in the replies that were like, wow, Elon, like, first you let us drive our car with our phones, pretty soon you're gonna let us upload our brains to the cloud. And I'm like, really? That's what you get from that? The fact that there's an app on your phone that lets you hit forward or reverse? You jump... Oh, sorry, Bumbo. That's totally my bad. You jump straight from that to pretty soon I'm gonna live forever. I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't, as of right now, make the app that makes your phone, you know, tell your car to drive forward or reverse. But I think if you gave me access to the API of the car, it's pretty simple. It's just 2 buttons. Now, eternal life. I don't know, man. What kind of protocol does our brain work on? Can we just plug a USB stick in there, download our consciousness as an OGG Vorbis file? I just love saying OGG Vorbis is really what that came down to. By the way, so that bit fizzled, but we're still just trying to focus on... Hey! Well, here's what we're trying to focus on now, is not losing our very limited but still plausible deal with the devil chance here. And I would love to take, but that's what 9 lives is there for. I'm gonna get hit. Yep. Leech, you're a big help right now. You're a leech, girl. You can rely on the 9 lives, guppy. You can rely on the 9 lives, guppy. You're a leech. I mean, leech is kind of, it's a 4-letter word in the online ecosystem. I mostly just meant, you know, the item's called leech, and then the song is called Rich Girl by Hall and or Oates. Come on, leech. Stay in there. If anything, hey, at least we got a 9% chance instead of like a 0.25% chance now. Never mind. This is kind of where this run falls apart, perhaps. Or where it sticks together. I don't know. Maybe it'll galvanize us. We're very, very slow, though. So Judas's tongue, sure. I mean... 2/3 chance of getting that deal with the devil on the next floor, assuming we can get something from the shop. Really want this max level Bumbus as soon as possible. We don't even have a level 2 Bumbus right now. How many dailies, and I'm not saying this is the run's fault, because I mean, in the end, we did choose to go deal with the devil over deal with the angel, which, you know, probably like at least 7 times out of 10 is going to be the right call, but can't always get what you want. When it comes to DPS, I mean. But how many dailies have we done so far where they start decently and then the run is just like, by the way, I hope you enjoy your damage, because that's the last damage you're going to get. I feel like we got a little bit of a recurring theme here. Not a whole heck of a lot of data points, admittedly, but starting to get a little... Aggravated's not the right word. I'm making a real attempt to mellow out as I've gotten older. Might surprise you, given the kind of character I play on the NLSS. I'm not really, or at least I don't aspire to be like an angry person in real life. You know, at the end of the day, is it really that big of an annoyance to have to tell my friends how to join a lobby in a video game that we've played together 200 times before? No. I could take a deep breath. I'll probably live longer and be happier. Just count to 10 and be like, is it worth it? But it's going to be a learning exercise. So I'm practicing by myself right now in Isaac. What am I thinking in Isaac? Well, I'm thinking, you know, I got a bad run. Or a run where things are not going necessarily exactly as I'd like. What can we do about it? Nothing. Exactly. So what are we going to do? Just try to relax, you know? Have a good time. Welcome to paradise. Bit of a deep cut reference to the avalanches Since I Left You. Not Frontier Psychiatrist. I mean specifically the track Since I Left You. So, I'm gonna just be straight up with you. This run is now is a survival mission. That's for you, Bombus. Thank you. I'm gonna leave and re-enter, and you'll grab that a little faster. This run is a survival mission. It's no longer about the best way to use Forget Me Now. It's about winning the run. Will that put us in good company? No, I mean, I doubt it. But it's either that or lose. So, given the choice, I will choose to win. Hopefully. We do only have 2 HP. And normally we'd be like 2 HP, 9 lives. Great situation. We're not like that right now, because our DPS is still really bad. And we keep losing our chances of getting deals with the devil. as a result. So, I mean, an 18% chance if we don't get hit is nothing to write home about. Nobody's going to be super stoked about that. Brownie, this is horrible. Leech, I really need you. Desperately require your services up there. Okay, there is another way out. Get hit a lot, and then Bumbo will come closer to leveling up. So, I mean, boss rush is just not going to happen. Dude, thank God for that completely fluky dry baby pickup. My lord. At least a rate of fire increase. All right. I should go to this. We're not going to make boss rush. Just cross that off the bucket list. I was going to say is we should go to the curse room. We can even just curse room forget me now. That's, wait a minute. Isn't that a good pill? But I'd rather just get a spirit heart and forget me now after we've gone to item room. Possibly shop, but, you know, money is going to go to Bumbo first here. Bombs are key. Not a good one. Not right now, anyway. Well, again, every time we get hit, at least we're making Bumbo better. I gotta admit, I've been you can go back. In the parlance of 2018, historically, I've been a bit of a stan for dailies. Part of that, I hear a red heart. Part of that is, you know, of course I'm gonna like dailies more. I've played so much of this game that I don't want to say by default, but, you know, despite maybe being a slow learner, in video game terms at the very least, let's go. I tend to rank well, just because I've invested so much time in this game. This is gonna hurt. Yep. So I'd like to not lose this life. Really rely on Leech picking up some kills. You can do it, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Actually huge. This is for you, Bumbo. But the dailies we've been doing, I don't want to say miss me, because usually it has a swear word in it, and sometimes Google DeepMind will get a little anal about it. Did you see there was a post on my subreddit? You know, YouTube auto-derives subtitles for videos through, like, speech to text. They inserted an F word on my speech to text. When I haven't said an F word in an Isaac video since like 2014 probably. They're coming in here trying to be like, this guy's saying F words even when he's not saying F words. I would never. I don't think it actually affected like the status of the video, I'm just saying. So, what do we like? Well, the money actually belongs to me because it's luck upgrades. I know he got one of them. I haven't seen this shop in a while. You know, this... I guess I will be buying Mom's Key as well. We'll buy this. We'll buy this. We'll buy this as well. Okay, actually, Bumbo, very good chance for you to possibly hit the maximum level. Thank you. So now we have real damage. As much as I like to say the phrase due diligence, I don't always do my due diligence on an Isaac run. Actually, we can't do that here. What I was going to do is go to the fight Mom, and then come back out and go to the curse room. It's not doable, sadly. Because we get trapped in the room. So, we also have not seen an item room. I'm willing to walk for it. I mean, at this point, we're not going for time. Again, survival is the most important thing. Barricano. Well, not worth going in there. All right. Thanks. Thanks. You really tried to protect the coin from, you know, your benefactor, huh? Well. Shows the respect I get around here. So why did I get hit there? Well, I figured, you know, why not? Might as well get access to this room. And at this point, might as well go for that. Okay. I'm very, very, very tempted to just forget me now out of this. It's such the wrong play, but that's what a run like this will do to you. Thankfully, I do need to point out, you know, the fact that we've gotten a little bit higher on rate of fire, it does help out a lot. Like, rate of fire is a force multiplier. You go from 8 to 7 rate of fire, that's like a 12% increase in damage. That's pretty substantial. We went from 6 to 8, so it's even better, but... Or from 8 to 6, I should say. So it's even better, but, you know... We still need a lot more for this run to start cruising. And maybe this is a moment of weakness for me, but I don't really feel compelled to worry about our 1 extra bit of HP right here. The odds of that being what matters on a long run, which this is quickly looking like, are very low. So my game plan is so simple right now. We're going to go to the item room. We're going to fight Mom. Hopefully, we'll beat the odds slightly and get a deal with the devil. Will require us, in all likelihood, to not get hit on the Mom fight, which I think is realistic, to be honest. And then we'll forget me now, and we'll do this floor all over again. Try to get a little bit stronger. How do I feel about compound fracture? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about compound fracture. I guess I love it. I get it confused with the other bone items, but compound fracture is like... It's like a parasite. We also have so many tier effects, it's hard to see. Yeah, I mean, full stop. It's like the parasite, right? Check this chest quickly. We're getting into the doldrums here. We were looking for a second secret room in conjunction. Alright. Red Mom. The danger with Red Mom has nothing to do with the feet. If anything, the feet are easy. You just keep moving. It's the walls, and we got super lucky. Okay. Dude, I'm leveling with you. We're still going to do deal with the devil. Okay, that was a very strange bit of architecture there, but we'll take the Polaroid. We will forget me now, and we'll try to do this all over again. So I really feel like finally that choice paid dividends. Our damage is better now. Now, are we going to do absolutely everything? Probably not, because I'm sane. Dude, what a whiff. Really? 3 trinkets? 3 trinkets I'm not that pleased with on top of that. But either way, we're going to do some stuff here. For sure. I would just, in the end, if I could... That's so useful, thank you. In the end, if I could leave this floor and be like... You know, we're substantially stronger than where we started on it, I'd be happy. That was a good forget me now. That was not. Man, I don't know what the purpose of that would be. So because we technically did get a deal with the devil on this floor, we do have maximum penalty here, so unfortunate but understandable. Verp is going to give us... I have to think. What do I want to do with Verp? Did we just get a good pill? I don't think so. So I'm going to hold it. Get some certainty for later. Alright, this floor, I've come to my conclusion. What will I be, like, modestly pleased with? 1 guppy item. I recognize that we're probably past the point of wanting future gain, and we really need some stuff that's going to be useful for us, like, in the present. That was a good investment, thankfully. But I can't be the guy who asks for 2 guppy items. You know, I'm 30 years old. I should be reasonably self-sufficient right now. We're reaching, I mean, if we haven't passed it a long time ago, we're coming close to the point where the balance of favors should be my mom asking me for more favors than I ask her for. Let's be honest. We are going to hold off on Pandora's box. Broken watch, we do need an achievement that requires broken watch followed by, or just in conjunction with regular stopwatch. Sure, I will take 2 speed upgrades. I really look at that as kind of, well, you know, everybody's getting older, right? Except Benjamin Button, but I haven't heard much about the new documentary about him. He's still going? Still AJ? Is he a quark now? A gluon? What I was gonna say is, you know, as I get older, for now, I should need less help. As my parents get older, they should need more help. even in my 20s, I wouldn't say it was a close bounce. Definitely, like, when you're 0 to 9, you're getting 1,000 times more out of your parents than they're getting out of you. And I know they're getting, like, fulfillment, but I just mean, like, in terms of material and help and etc., etc. Advice, life lessons. No doubt. 10. This is dangerous. I really hope it's a guppy item. It's Bob's Curse. I mean, it's not as bad as Bob's Brain, but still not what we want. HP's looking actually great for once, though. You know, from 10 to 19, you're still getting way more out of your parents, probably. The average person, at least. But, you know, you're cutting the lawn, maybe, doing some vacuuming. You get the idea. Now, 20 to 29, you get a little bit, it starts to tilt it a little bit more, you know? Maybe your parents need some sort of financial help. Maybe your parents need, you know, you're starting to make your own money, maybe. Or maybe your parents own 12 houses, you know, and they're like, hey, could you get the leases signed? You know, maybe they're fat cats, I don't know. Maybe they're letting you live with them rent-free. Generations are all screwed up now as a result of this economic bubble we found ourselves in, and people, Ray Kurzweil doing his job until he's 85, not opening up an entry-level position for the people that are coming in behind him. Anyway, I'm just saying, you know, you're helping them move, you know, you're taking them out to nice dinners maybe once every 2 times instead of them literally paying for all of your food for the sum total of your existence prior to that point. You get the idea. I'm thinking that 30 to 39, my parents are going to be mid-50s to mid-60s. That's where I'm going to, hopefully, the balance will be tipped in my favor. Now, it depends on your family as well. My parents have got their stuff together. They don't need much help. I might even be a hindrance if I tried to help them too much. But eventually, it's going to tilt. Maybe it'll be 40, but it's time to give back. Okay. We'll take the negative because we already have the Polaroid. I still think we're going to take the guppy items. Or, sorry, we're going to go to the deal with the devil, hope it's guppy items. A little bit presumptuous. Still, I'm happy with the pentagram. All I can think about right now is how different this run might have been if we'd gone with deals with the angel. And I think that's a very realistic opinion to have right now. Or it's a very reasonable thing to think about. So, Pandora's Box did wonderful stuff for us. We'll see with our score. I've given up on even calling a score on this one because it's just like, you know, there's no hope. There's no hope of this being, unless the run was so poisoned for everybody, there's no hope that this is going to be the, you know, a top 100. If we're top 1,000, I might even consider this like a reasonable milestone. And we're just going to kind of, I don't want to say steamroll, but we're going to not really worry too much about exploration bonus here towards the end. Dude, Dry Baby, thank you so much for appearing when I blew up some skulls. At first I was like, you're not an Emperor card, but now I'm like, I really appreciate you. You've done a lot of work. Thanks so much. I don't even want to think about this. I'm just treating this like an Isaac run that's gonna stop at the cathedral now. Oops, we took the wrong one. We did get stronger by using Forget Me Now. I definitely have to think that if we'd been able to take the coupon, why even do it? If we'd been able to take the coupon for longer, maybe it would pay greater dividends, but what do I know? Let's see what Joshua says on Discord. All I can see is got un. I'm going to say is got an email. Got an email. Oh, I see. Josh he's playing dockets. He's a docket making superstar. I'm going to level with you. I'm not going to give you power rankings for who's the best at making the docket because it would be disrespectful. However, Josh is close to the top. I'll tell you that one because it's exclusively flattering. It's Thursday, and my dude's already trying to plan the Monday docket. I appreciate that. Now, I don't want to play what he suggested, but we can talk about it. There's a lot of games that we've played on the show I haven't wanted to play, and they've turned out fantastically. I'd rather play something at least one person's excited about, I guess. Even if that person is not me. Anyway. In the end, though, like, I mean, we're not at the end of this run yet, but when this run ends, it's going to be hard for me to say it was not fun, at least. It was very, very, very slow. Like, it took us a long time. Even the damage rate right now is fantastic, but it took us a while to get there. However, well, Fantastic's a strong word. But anytime I see double-digit damage and a good rate of fire, I'm tempted to, you know, give it the seal of approval for sure. But it ended up being fun. It took us a while to get there. It's leisurely, you know? It's a nice way to open my day. I was talking about it on the show yesterday, but I genuinely, despite talking about it, the reason I talk about it so much is because there's not that much else going on in my life, and I'm self-conscious about the amount of Java that I've talked about recently. That exam happens tomorrow, so finally I will be free of the Java arc. Either way, it doesn't weigh on me to turn 30. If anything, it's kind of nice to be the start of a new decade. It's the first decade I've really been cognizant of it being like a different time period in my life. Turning 20, I was just like, you know, the fact that I'm in college supersedes the fact that I'm in my 20s for now. And then by the time I was out of college, I was like 22 or 21, turning 22 pretty soon. And I was like, well, now it's, you know, you got other things going on, I guess, is where I'm coming at that one from. I don't know if we should have used that health upgrade, but it doesn't really matter here. Now I'm turning 30. That's like a deliberate thing. I was telling Kate, like, I can remember my 10th birthday. I don't remember much of the day, but I remember my parents were like, what do you want for dinner? And I was like, chicken fingers and curly fries. And they were like, this is the greatest kid ever. That's like $4. So I had, okay. I had chicken fingers and curly fries. And it was a beautiful experience. And then they were like, you're in your double digits now. And I was like, man, whatever. Call me when I reach triple digits. 20th birthday, no memory whatsoever. Actually, no memory whatsoever. I don't even... Like, given, I was doing, like, some deduction. It was, like, forensic files. I was like, given the time in my life, probably me and my roommates just got super drunk. But it's also possible that that didn't happen. Maybe it was a nice stay-at-home night. I honestly can't tell you for certain. But again, you kind of stumble into your 20s. You got other stuff on the go. You know how I know I'm in my 30s? After we ate the bone marrow last night, the server was like, hey, for $3, we'll give you a shot of sherry, and you can do the shot of sherry out of the luge you created when you scraped the marrow out of the bone. Do you want to do that? And I said, no. What? I believe that it's good. I didn't say no like I'm too old for that. I just said no, like, you know, nah, yeah, let the kid. I don't want to drink all the sherry before the kids can have it, you know? So that sounds like fun, but not maybe tomorrow. It never even crossed my mind. If I can live my entire life without drinking alcohol out of something called a luge, I won't consider it to be a miss. I won't necessarily be like, check it out, Saint Peter. Oh, these other heathens, they were doing the Smirnoff vodka luge. Meanwhile, I was studying the blade. But I might be like, hey, check it out. No luges here, buddy. Ooh, finally. Just in time. Tammy's head to save the day. Now, I will say, there is a score attacky way out here. If we can find... actually, it recharges, right? Yeah. If we can find a self-sacrifice room, we could go to the lamb floor. At this point, 38 minutes into the run, why not, you know? It's not like we're going for speed at this point. And we're good. So we could leave here. I'll be honest with you, the fact that we're on a Curse of the I don't know where I'm going floor, well, never mind. My point has immediately fallen by the wayside. So we will absolutely be able to make it to the lamb. Wow, that sucks. Still, we will be able to make it to the lamb. I want to keep this Boneheart alive. Even if we can get one extra play out of it, I'm going to be a happy man. You know what? Sure. It does get one extra turn. Fantastic. And I'm not going to take Ghost Baby. Don't shoot the messenger. But why get the negative points right now? Will we be able to live on the lamb floor? That's a great question. This helps, by the way. And actually, we can make up for some of our point deficit by just fighting this guy, which should be reasonably easy. And there's a chance we could become Guppy. So honestly, I'm kind of coming around to this floor a little bit, but... Actually, no, we can't fight Mega Satan, I forgot. That's not how it works. You can only fight Mega Satan on runs where he's, like, preordained to exist. So we probably shouldn't have even picked up the key pieces. But this is cool. At least we're going to get to go one floor further. Now, we did get an incredible damage penalty to do so, but... You're really... I thought that was the one. There we go. Alright, so... I feel like this is a bit of a breath of fresh air. Guppy, Guppy, go. Okay, still pretty solid. I'm gonna Hermit card. We do have 4.67 luck. So I do expect more items to drop. I don't expect to have a good chance at Guppy, because we need a red chest, which is hard to finesse. But, you know, that never say quit attitude, except when things get tough, it's helping me out here. I actually think we could be, like, top... Optimistically, let's say top 200. If anything, I think I have an unfair advantage in dailies because I have an audience watching. It's like telling your coworkers you're planning to lose weight, right? You can't, well, feel good about coming into the office 6 months from now and looking exactly the same. Because you're kind of like publicly admitting that you didn't follow through with that. So, you know, shame is a powerful motivator. The fact that I'm being watched here means that when the run starts to go, you know, a little sideways, it's very unbecoming of me to be like, I give up. You know, so instead, I'm kind of forced to stick with it. Sometimes you stick with it long enough, and it ends up coming around, you know, into something a little bit more conducive towards success. So maybe you guys have allowed me to do okay today. I was just gonna say, I hate that those homing shots have doubled back. Oh, Lord. It's alright. We're good. Good fight. I'm leaving after this. I think our damage penalty will outstrip our exploration bonus. 29,000... Nah, I mean, I can still live with that. I think we screwed up in a decision-making process somewhere, but it was a fun run towards the end nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Of course, follow me on Twitch to be notified when I go live in the future. Twitch.tv/Northernlion. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya!